Okay, again, today we will be discussing another machine component, which is, which are brakes and clutches. Tatakil natin kung ano ba yung pinagkaiba between the two and ano ba yung pinagkaparehas nila. So, brakes and clutches. Commonly, sino po dito mayroong mga car? Okay. Yung mga ano natin dyan, automobile enthusiast natin, alam na alam kung ano ang brakes and clutches. And they are the important parts of your machine to ano, to stop it and to transmit power from your engine into wheels. Ano po ba dyan yun? Now, let us go with the clutch. The clutch is a device that connects and disconnects two collinear shafts. Ibig sabihin, yung clutch mo, from the word itself, clutch, it is a part of machine mo na kung saan meron kang engine shaft, meron ka namang drivetrain shaft na kung saan yung clutch mo are two connecting bodies na kung saan they use friction in order for you to connect two moving shafts. Okay. The disconnection and the connection between the two shafts. Ngayon, yung power from the transmitting shaft to the drivetrain shaft. Okay? Magiging smooth siya yung pag-transmit ng power using your clutches. Now, meron kayong manual transmission na kotse. Yung clutches niya, meron kang clutch pedal. Okay? Commonly, pag manual transmission automobile or car, on the far side, yung gas pedal mo or the accelerator pedal. On the middle part, yan yung inyong brake pedal, but let's talk about that later. And then, meron tayong on the far left. Okay? On the far left, nandun yung iyong clutch pedal. Now, in order for you to disconnect the power that is transmitted coming from your engine, pipress mo yung clutch mo. Okay? And kapag gusto mo naman i-modulate yung power that is given off by your gas dun sa yung engine, konti-unti mo lang i-press yung clutch. So that means your clutch uses friction on its faceplates or discs in order for you to transmit direct power coming from your engine. Okay. And your clutches are commonly similar to your couplings, where your couplings are connecting bodies that uses faceplates na meron niyang bolts. Kung saan, ikino-connect mo yung mga bolts na yun from faceplates to the adjacent plate or the opposite plate para yung two shafts mo mag-connect. Okay? And yung friction enhances heat dissipation. Sabi ko nga, friction is the responsible part ng inyong clutches kaya ka nagkakaroon ng power transmission. And when friction happens, heat is added to the component. And after some time, pag hindi siya nagkakaroon ng contact, when you put your gear into neutral, your faceplates ng clutch mo, hindi siya magkakaroon ng contact. And therefore, no heat addition or no heat gain. Kaya magkakaroon ka ng heat dissipation. Now, let us go to the brakes. Sir, ano po ba yung brake? Preno sa Tagalog. So the purpose of your brake is to stop the rotation of the shaft and mainly to stop the rotation of your wheels pag may kotse ka. Now, your brake is a safety feature ng inyong car. Without the brakes, what will happen? Okay? Without your brake, ang kotse mo or your transmission or your wheels will tend to continue spinning. Okay? You need brakes. And the braking action is commonly produced by friction. And that is, the same with the clutch, na ginagamit nila yung friction to stop. Yun sa brake to stop the rotation of a wheel or a shaft. Ngayon naman, yung clutch mo, it uses friction to stop, to disconnect, or to transmit power. Okay. Yung brake mo uses friction as a stationary part that bears on a moving part. Now, the heat dissipation is a problem. Habang umiinit daw ang iyong brake, what will happen? It slips or nagkakaroon ka ng locking. Naglalak ang brakes mo pag nagkakaroon ng heat. Kasi natutunaw yung braking material mo. And the brake fades during continuous application due to braking heat. Okay? Yung braking mo, it produces heat. Ano nangyayari sa material mo kapag nag-iinit yan? It loses its frictional value. And what will happen? Nagdi-degrade yung material mo. It becomes hard. And then, nagdi-disintegrate yung material mo or nagda-dust off siya. So, yun po yung braking action. Ang clutch, nagda-transmit. Ang brake, nag-i-stop ng power transmission to your wheels or to your shaft. Now, brakes and clutches are essentially the same devices. Each is associated with rotation. Tama nga naman. Number 1, brakes absorb kinetic energy of the moving bodies and convert it into heat. That is the brake. And the clutches, it transmits power between two shafts using what? Using your friction. Now, for braking action, sa braking, you apply a force in order for you to create braking action. Now, the torque generated is to brake, to stop. Okay? Now, the energy lost is during heat addition. Now, when temperatures rise, ano mangyayari? The braking materials disintegrates in its capacity to hold off friction. Yan. Now, we have energy considerations during braking. Number 1, the torque that is applied. Okay? Commonly, ang torque applied is the force applied in a certain distance. Now, the torque here is commonly, pinipertain natin, the moment arm, kapag mga brake levers, and kapag naman mga drum brakes, yung rotational distance niya to the force applied. And another one, the work that is done during braking. That is the kinetic work. Okay? And then, the work that is lost due to the heat. Okay. Now, ano po ba yung mga magagandang brake materials na gagamitin natin para makakreate tayo ng mga ganda? Yung mga Brembo, ganun, Wilwood, mga mamahaling brakes. Commonly, they are sintered material. Ano po ba yung sintered material? Sintered material are materials composed of cuprum. What is cuprum? That is copper, ferric or ferrous or iron, and other friction modifiers kung saan kapag na-applyan sila ng braking action, magkakaroon ng heating. Now, after heating, hindi po sila magdi-dissipate. Hindi sila magdi-disintegrate. What happens is, mas magiging matigas sila at hindi sila magpa-fire up kagad. Another one, cermet or sintered material plus ceramic content. Ngayon, sa mga brakes that has sintered material and ceramic content, mas mahal ang ceramic content. Bakit po? Kasi habang umiinit ang iyong ceramic content, tumitigas siya ng tumitigas. Hindi po siya lumalambot. Kaya siya nagiging mahal. Brembo, J1, kung kayo mga nagmomotor or nag-racing, alam niyo yung mga sinasabi kong brands. Now, asbestos. Asbestos, not only used anymore in general applications. Now, yung asbestos na to is what you call a space age material pagdating ng braking. Ang tawag sa kanya, pag gumagamit ka po ng asbestos, I don't know if ceramic content pa rin yung ating mga space shuttle, but ang tawag doon is a thermal brake. Kasi, yung frictional effects ng ating atmosphere doon sa mga babalik sa atin, sa ating Earth, na mga space shuttles, nagkakaroon niya ng, nagkakaroon silang kiskisan between our nakabalot na atmosphere. Ang tawag doon is a thermal brake. Hindi na siya gaanong ginagamit yung asbestos. What happens sa asbestos? Naghihipla-hipla po yan kapag ginagamit masyado. So, commonly, Ferrari, yung mga mamahaling kotse, McLaren, yan. Ano pa, si Porsche, even si Zone, ano nga to? Pagani Zone, Pagani, yung mga ganun. Ah, meron pa mga ano dyan, gumagamit na sila ng mga ceramic brake materials. Commonly Brembo ang gumagawa. Magagaling yan, Brembo. And sa motor, ang mga kilala dyan, Brembo rin, si Vibri, and then si J1, that is commonly, I think, a Spanish brake company, J1. Okay. Now, for technical characteristics of your brake pad should be between these uh, friction coefficients. So, high friction sila, dapat mga 0.3 to 0.5 material. And then, continuously or repeated friction content or friction applications, pwede sila. And invariant to environment conditions. Will it be wet? Will it be snowy? Will it be tarmac? Okay? Yung environment conditions niya, meron bang mainit, summer, or all weather yung kanyang braking capacity. Now, it will be able to withstand high temperatures. Now, for Cermet, that is 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit. 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit for sintered materials and 600 to 1,000 for asbestos. And with some flexibility. Now, let us have the model of a clutch and brake. Now, you have two shafts there, okay, with rotational speed, and then, rotational inertia. Now, the clutch or the brake are the ones that is responsible for stopping the rotation of this shaft and this shaft. Or, yung clutch mo, siya yung magta-transmit ng power that is coming from this driving shaft to this driven shaft. Okay, ganun lang po yun. Now, when the two came in contact, we should say if a brake came in contact with another faceplate, ang mangyayari is it will stop the rotation of two shafts. When a clutch is commonly magkaroon siya ng contact between another faceplate or another clutch, multi-disc, mangyayari is matatransmit yung power from the driving shaft to the driven shaft. Okay, now let us go with the clutches. Now, the clutches are used to couple two shafts together. Now, hindi lang naman po ang ginagamit dyan ng isang clutch. Yung mga motor, big bikes, kung kayo nakakasakay ng big bikes, I'll give an example. A big bike of simple manual transmission uses multiple disc clutches. Hindi siya pwedeng single disc. Okay? Now, yung mga kotse nyo, ang ginagamit dyan is mga CVT, CVT, DCT, dual clutch transmission. Tapos CVTs are belt drive transmissions. And sa kotse malabong merong gumagamit ng multiple disc. Okay? Kasi multiple disc, mahirap yan palitan. Maraming moving parts. Kaya buksan yung gilid ng motor nyo, marami yung discs. Sa kotse, isa lang ang disc na ginagamit dyan. Commonly, the faceplate. Tapos, nandun na yung clutch disc, faceplate niya, yung pressure plate, tapos andun na lang yung kanyang yoke. Okay na yun. Tapos, spring. Pressure springs. Yung mga springs na yun, sila yung nag-absorb ng energy muna bago mag-diretso sa shaft. Commonly, pag nagbaklas kayo, kasi nagbabaklas na ako from Vios. Now, you have here a common clutch. So, this is the lining na kung saan siya yung nauupod. Ngayon, hindi nyo siya maririnig. Okay? Kapag mga bago pa yung mga clutch mo, uniform wear, nangyari, hindi nyo siya maririnig kapag nag-transmit. Pero kapag narinig nyo lumalagi, gumaganon, sumisipol na, ibig sabihin bakal to bakal na yung contact nun. Kailangan na palitan yung clutch mo. Now, yung clutch mo, if you have an input shaft, and then, when one presses the pedal for shaft, pakawalan siya, it came in contact with the contact disc or the faceplates, mangyayari, it will transmit it to the output shaft. Okay? Kapag naman ayaw mo na mag-transmit ng power, what will you do is to disconnect yung shaft and then ito hindi na rin magta-transmit ng rotation. Okay? Now, yung spring mo, dito, it absorbs first the energy ng ng push ng iyong shaft. Ngayon, pag nag-twist yan, saka lang siya magkakaroon ng motion. Ang iba dyan, ginagamitan ng splines na shafting. Yung iba, gumagamit ng what we call this asynchronizer, kung saan imamatch niya yung speed ng input shaft to the output shaft para hindi abrupt yung pag-transfer ng motion to wheel to wheel, and from input shaft to the output shaft. Kasi mangyayari, magkakaroon ka ng torsional deflection kapag abrupt yung pag-transfer ng power. Okay? Now, an internal expanding of your brake, drum brake. So, yung drum brake mo, it is the drum and this is the brake shoe. Yung brake shoe mo that will come in contact kapag nagkaroon ka ng push effect dyan, it will come in contact with your drum brake, i-stop niya yan. Okay? Yan lang naman Yan lang naman yung mga common knowledge dyan. Yung sa akin, that is common, very common, hindi naman yan expert knowledge. So, this is a basic band brake and how much force is needed to stop the drum rotation. Commonly, you have an applied force kung saan meron ka ditong slack side and tight side ng band brake. Band brake uses a band, either leather, rubber. Yan yung ginagamit mo. And then this is the drum. Pag prines mo itong shoe, prines mo yan, okay? I-apply. Itong band brake mo, ito yung i-stop ng rotation nitong iyong drum. Okay? And this is the moment arm. Ngayon, ito yan. The alternate band brake, pwede rin merong naka-angle siya. I-discuss ko na lang sa inyo pagdating ng mga problems. Now, a cantilever drum shoe brake, kung saan ang shoe mo, ang contact lang niya is in here. Ito lang yung contact niya. Karaniwan, itong iyong band brake, ang contact niya is yung hanggang dito. Ang laki ng contact. Yan. Ito naman yung external. Kapag external, ibig sabihin, ito kasi ang pushing motion mo, andito, push mo yan, pupunta dyan. Okay. Itong external naman, ang push mo, mas malaki yung shoe brake. Medyo mahirap pag pinag-derive ko. Hindi ko na i-derive. So, meron na akong mga summarized formula dyan na gagamitin. Now, for common internal drum brake, pag nagkakalas ka, ito yung hydraulic wheel cylinder coming from yung master cylinder mo. Kapag nag-brake ka, nilalagyan mo ng brake fluid, yung master cylinder mo. Ngayon, yung fluid mo, papasok dito sa iyong hydraulic wheel cylinder, ipupush niya itong dalawang. Itong brake shoe, dalawang brake shoe. Pag pinush niya yan, ang push niya dyan, yan. Kasi nandito yan meron niyang cylinder. Okay, coming from master cylinder ng iyong engine, ng iyong kotse. Pinush mo dyan, may piston yan dito, may piston yan dito. Pinush niya yan, ito, pupunta rito sa iyong drum. Okay? Pupush niya yan. Para hindi siya mag-lock, okay, para hindi mag-lock itong mga brake na to, meron siyang return spring na kailangan dyan sa gitna. Okay? Now, for the summary ng ating formula, ayan, dinerive na dito. The notation of the band type, clutches, kung saan meron kang, ito yung slack to slack. This is the tight. Sila siya laging inihila. Now, for the force analysis ng band brake, ito, dinerive na siya. You will arrive with this, the same width, yung sa belts. This is the, P1 is the tight side. Itong P2 is the slack side. Yan. Now, for the torque of the band brake, ito na, dinerive na. The torque that is applied on the band brake, that is the tight side, slack side, multiplied to D/2. pwede rin naman. Di ba? The torque is equal to F R O. Ito yung force. Ito yung net pull. Ano yan? Net pull ang tawag dito. Net pull. Net pull ang tawag dyan for the force. Now, D over 2, di ba equal yan sa R? Yan na yung summary niya. And then, the applied force is equal to 2 over B, which is the width of the brake, and then the diameter of the drum. Yan, diameter of the drum. And then P1 is the force on the tight side. Now, I have here the summary ng formula mo where F1 minus F2 is equal to 2 multiplied to the torque over DD. Ano ba yung DD? That is the drum diameter. F1 is the tight side. F2 is the slack side. Now, in order for you to solve for the coefficient of friction and then the angle of contact, gamitin mo yung formulang ito. F1 over F2 is equal to E raised to the frictional coefficient multiplied to theta. And theta should always be in radians. Now, let us go to the clutches. For this type clutches, sasabihin naman yan sa problem. Okay? The torque on your clutch is given off by this formula, where N is the number of contact surfaces. Yung contact surface, sinasabi yan sa problem. Or, either it is the number of pairs and the number of clutches. Kapag sinabing number of clutches, lagi mong babawasan ng isa. Yung total. And FA is the actual force that is applied dun sa clutch. And then RM is the mean radius and N is the angular speed. Now, in order for you to get the power that is applied by your clutches, this is given by this formula. Okay. N, F, FA, RM, N. Ano yung factor dyan? The factor is 63025. Okay. Pound, inch, per HP, minute. Kapag English. Kapag SI, that is 9549123 Newton, millimeter, kilowatt. Yung RPM nandito sa baba. Okay na yun, kahit di mo na kunin yan. Ngayon, ano po ba mga unit dito? Be sure that your force is in newtons, in millimeter yung iyong mean radius, and in RPM yung inyong N. Dito naman, pound, inch, and then RPM. Okay na yun, as is. Now, dito, makukuha natin yung area of friction, frictional area, kapag uniform pressure and uniform wear. Now, kapag sinabing uniform pressure, we say that uniform yung pagkaka-apply ng push or stress dun sa iyong clutch. Where it is new, bago pa siya, wala pang wear eh. Bagong-bago pa siya. So, lahat ng face niya, ng faceplate niya is in contact with one another. So, you are to consider the inside and outside diameter ng clutch. Okay. Now, in order for you to get the mean radius, it is given by this formula. Okay? 2/3 multiplied by yung bracket, RO cube minus RI cube over RO squared minus RI squared. Equal din yan sa, kapag gagamitin mo naman yung diameters, ito yan, 1/3. Now, if uniform wear, or the old clutch, sinabi nga uniform wear, ibig sabihin pantay-pantay yung pagkakagasta. Now, that is equal to yung area of friction is equal to 2 pi Rx. Ano po ba yung Rx? Rx, if not stated, that is equal to Ri, or the inner radius, where Rm is equal to Ro plus Ri over 2 equal to Do plus Di over 4. Ibig sabihin, hindi mo na kailangan pagdaanan ito. Kapag new clutch, mahaba ang formula. Kapag old clutch, kukunti ang formula. Now, when we are talking about cone clutch, yung cone clutch, hindi yan katulad nung disc clutches. Yung cone clutch is pa-cone. Okay? Yung clutch mo. Ito yung clutch. Okay? Ito yung cone na kung saan it will come in contact with a transmitting shaft. Ito yun. Kukunin mo yung cone angle dito. The cone angle is alpha. Okay? The alpha. Now, ganun pa rin naman. N, F, F-A-R-M, o multiplied to N over factor multiplied to the cone angle sine theta. Okay? Very basic lang po yan. What better way for us to understand it is to apply it into 7 problems na na-prepare ko rito. So, the 7th problem will be divided into 2 and it will come out after this discussion. So, stay tuned.